and welcome to Lady and the Frogs. Okay, so my last video had terrible audio. I don't know if it's this, but I don't think it is. I think it's this stupid Samsung S23. And then on top of the fact that the Samsung S23 is just as much shit as the Google Pixel phone was, my laptop has now decided that the editing software that it has to change. And for some reason, when I upload the clips I've got on here, so the clips on my phone, the audio is fine on my phone, except for the few times when the microphone, which detaches from here, so the few times that detaches from here, I have a few flaws in my audio. I just don't believe this. You know, I've spent a lot of money on getting the right audio for this. I might have to just start recording again on my old phone. This is so ridiculous that new technology is like worse. So yeah, the editing software that I've got, for some reason, when I upload it, because now I have to drag and drop it. So on the previous software, I could just put everything together and edit it. Now I've got to do it clip by clip, which takes, you know, about 5 times as longer. And then when it does it, it takes the clip and then the audio clip is not in time with it. So I'm like, you can see my lips moving, but my audio is out. Just love progress, don't you? Progress is never progressive. It's always completely backward. I'm talking about backward people. They're mowing the grass for the 5th time this week. They haven't hoovered the carpet for 6 months in the apartment block, but they do cut the hedges back on at least weekly, if not 4 times a week. So anyway, yeah, it's just not annoying. Everything's just annoying me at the moment. Anyway, I have got some stuff that are sold. I've actually got some eBay sales. It's like I want to be like really like lively in this video, but there's part of me that just thinks I might be just recording this, and then when it comes to the editing, I won't be able to do the editing and the sound will be completely out, and I just don't know what to do. This is like a problem that existed in the 80s for like actual broadcasters, not people who are doing this now. Why do things have to change for the worse all the time? All right, so things I have sold on eBay this weekend. It is today, Monday, the 31st of July. So today is the day when you're supposed to pay all your taxes. That's if the HMRC actually like know what the fuck they're doing. I have paid my tax bill. I did pay mine back in whenever it was, January, when the deadline is. So I paid it then. And they then sent me a letter saying I owe this. Then they sent me another 2 letters which said that I owe different figures. So I went on and it said I didn't owe anything. And then I went on it and said I didn't owe anything. And then they sent me another letter saying you must pay this amount. It was like £10 something or other. So I went on again and it wasn't on there. And I've gone on again and now I'm in credit. So I hope that mine's right, because nobody knows to ask from their elbow at HMRC. They really don't. My computer is now doing something, so I'm hoping that I'm hoping that what it's doing is putting the clips onto the cloud. So I'm thinking that now, instead of me being able to put my videos on quickly, I'm going to have to upload the clips to said computer, said laptop, and wait for the cloud to do its thing, because it might be that the cloud that's messing it up. I don't know. This is so annoying. It basically, the software that I used to use, which was really good, they're saying that it's going to have an update and it's going to disappear and I won't be able to use it. But whatever they've done, both things don't work now. And like I say, I've looked at my clips on the phone and they're fine. So I might have to find editing software on my phone, which I really don't want to do, because I'm a computer person. I like the mouse. Right, so I've sold this. I've had this for ages. This came in a job lot of Lego. So obviously it's something that I haven't gone out looking for. It's Yugi John or whatever it is, Yugi Joe. Just some little thing. Some people have sold this for £20. Obviously I haven't. I've had it kicking around for ages. I put mine down to £10. Still no interest. And I noticed that somebody was watching it yesterday and I was like, oh, quick, strike while the iron is hot. I sent them an offer of $4.99 or something like that, and they've taken it. So now this can go out of my life. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I've worked all weekend and I would have liked to have a lie-in, but when somebody starts strimming and mowing outside your window, I know that they will be here again on Wednesday. Right, I have sold this. This sold very quickly. It's accumulated watches very quickly. And this accumulated watches very quickly on eBay, because I do only sell on eBay because obviously I have a job and I just can't be thinking about doing loads and loads of different things. So it's vintage bay trading. It is silk. I wasn't expecting great things of it, even though it is like a micro mini skirt. It's got a few pulls on it, which I had stated. Somebody sent me an offer of £15 and I took it. I did have 7 watches on it quite quickly, but I only had it on for £20, and I've got a 20% coupon on at the moment anyway. So technically £15 is all I can expect to get for it. This has also sold. This is another vintage thing. Monsoon. I had this up for 30, which I think is quite reasonable for what it is. It's silk oriental blouse with weird knot buttons. So it has sold for 30, but they've used the coupon, so it's $22.99, I think. Yeah, something like that, isn't it? Because it's a coupon. Oh God, I didn't know how tired I was. This is what happens when you work at the weekend. Both of these I've only spent £3 on. This I've spent £3 on. At one point, this was really good. So this is Desmond and Dempsey, but it is for H&M. So Desmond and Dempsey, their website sells for really extraordinary prices, or at least it did. And then they collaborated with H&M and kind of killed their own brand. Because the price, so for what is £100 sleepwear now is not. So this is a beach cover up anyway. This has gone on auction for $9.99, and it's been on several cycles of auction as well. Never mind, I only paid £3. This is something that you haven't seen in a haul, because I picked a few of these up and just did them because they're jigsaws. So these are Wentworth jigsaws. I have got 3 of them, so I've still got another 2 listed. So a nice little box. It was a really nice little box until Cancer Research. I can't talk because I work for them. They put one of their gift aid labels, and because this has got a sticker on it, the gift aid label has left a residue on there. Usually they're okay and they come off, but not in this case. And the sellotape that we put on the box to stop the pieces flying out has also wrecked the box. So I've declared both those things. I've only paid £2 for these, and it comes with this little bag. I was really thrilled when I checked all of them, and they were all complete, all fabulous, all smell of wood. These ones, obviously these are Christmas ones, so I've just flung them on. I put them on for £35. Again, I think this is sold on offer. No, somebody sent me an offer of £28, and because I've got that coupon on, I just thought, well, so what? Just take it. Christmas stuff is selling. I have been quite surprised to see how much stuff in the actual, you know, bricks and mortar charity shop that we've had. Is like we've had Christmas tree stands and other Christmas like stuff like advent calendars and things like that, which we've had donated, and they've gone on the shop floor and they've sold within a day or so. And I've been at the till and I have asked a lot of people. I said, "Oh, you know, you're planning ahead?" And they says, "Yeah, we are planning ahead because of finances." So if people out there, you have Christmas stuff, don't be frightened about putting it on eBay now, because there's lots of people out there who are shopping now to spread the cost. So putting your Christmas stuff on now won't make any difference. It'll probably, you know, if you set the price, people will take it, because obviously it's only going to be people who are online. It's only going to be certain people who are selling Christmas stuff at the moment. The bricks and mortar shops won't be necessarily, but it's selling because because there's an element of people who know that they've got to plan ahead. So I have got £28 for that, which is great for a £2 investment. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. And then I've sold this morning. Sorry, pigeon noises keep winding me up. So this is an All Saints blouse. It's a shirt. It's men's, although it's very like feminine. So All Saints, yeah. So they want this by Friday. It's Monday, so you know. I mean, everything seems okay at the moment, time-wise, with regards to getting stuff delivered. So that's fine. I'm going to the post office imminently. I'd just say it is quite late on, but I thought I could upload my video to YouTube that I've just done, and I couldn't. So yeah, again, I've paid £3. No, I would have paid £5 for that, and it sold for 20. But I mean, it's a quick flip. This is a Chi Chi London dress. I probably won't be picking up Chi Chi London anymore because it's driving me up the bloody wall. This is a mistake purchase. I have just sold this for £18. I mean, it is really nice lace and the rest of it. That's the label. I must stop picking it up. This only works well in large sizes, and this is a size 8, and I have another one, I think that's a size 10, or it might even be a size 6. But then even the larger sizes that I've had haven't shifted very fast. Used to be great, isn't so much anymore, and it's got nothing to do with lockdowns or anything like that. It's just not what it used to be. And then the last thing which I've sold, this is the most expensive thing I've sold. This coat. I do have jumpers and things. I have been selling jumpers and coats and things. So this is, I have paid for £5 for this. I know that I paid £5 for this. So it's desigual. It's got these cool spots on it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just a coat. So this was on for 50, but I did send an offer out, which they took. So the offer was something like, it's around the 40 region. It might be like £38 or something like that. It was either I sent an offer or they sent an offer. But anyway, it's. I'm happy to see something like that go because it was huge in the box. My quest is to cut down on the amount of clothing that I've got. So I have a very messy storage room, and I want to sort of like get to a point where I'm like moving stuff down. I want to get more drawers for my Lego, which is another story because it just winds me up. I ordered something from Hobbycraft, and I could have just easily just got in the car and gone to Altrincham, but Altringham's just that little bit of, you know, it's just it's a busy road and people are always doing stupid things in there, and it was only £6 to have it delivered, and I just thought, oh, I'll get another one of those drawer systems and I'll have it delivered, and then it said Yodel were delivering it, and that's not so bad because they generally ring you because they can't find the door. to my apartment block. Evidently, they didn't use Yodel. They then used Hermes / Every, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, they should just rebrand themselves as Frank Spencer's delivery service, because it was left outside the main door, full view of the road. Naturally, I haven't got said delivery. So that's 2 things in the last month that have been left outside in the rain. The other one that they sent, it was pouring with rain at the time, and the delivery photo was bone dry, so I don't believe it. But the delivery photo that they've sent of this one just shows it outside the door, and it wasn't there. And I'm just annoyed, because this is a £50 thing that I've ordered. I've emailed Hobbycraft, no answer. I've emailed Every, no answer. So I'm just sitting here being annoyed, and yeah, there just seems to be like constant things that annoy me, and it all seems to just pivot around the fact that we live in this apartment block, and it just feels like we're just a bit stuck here. Anyway, I'm going to go to the post office and get these things done. Hello. Right. So we are on, what are we? It's the 2nd of August. I know it's the 2nd of August. I do need to change my calendar over, because it still says July. And I need to put my schedule onto the calendar so that I know what I'm working. So it's Wednesday morning. I have Wednesday and I have Thursday off, and then I'm working Friday through the weekend. So, you know, it is what it is. I have finally succumbed to Jason's cold. So he's had a cold pretty much since like Friday. He's been blowing his nose, and yeah, it's taken me until today to get it. He was like really ill he was ill over the weekend, and then he took Monday off because he was feeling that bad. But now I'm snotty. Yeah, I could have slept in this morning, but I decided not to. It is 9:30. I've sort of like been dithering around, but I'm going to go and quickly go to the post office. The one that's in the shop that I've been using more recently, not the old one that I used to go to, because there will be a queue there. But if I go to this one early, then there won't be a queue, so it's worth me going early. I only have 2 things here to post. This, I don't know why this sticker has not stuck down, but this is one of my Lego assortments, which do typically, that must be why it's pinged open, because instead of my normal stuff, for some reason I've got a massive piece of foam in it. Yeah, so I have these assortments. This one's a vintage one, so this is lots and lots of vintage pieces in there. I've got some Lego that's been sat here actually for like ages. I might just add some more to that, because it looks a bit sparse in my book, and some of those bricks don't look so great. Yeah, so I've sold that. I've only sold that for $7.99 because it's on for $9.99. I tried to like push the price of them a little bit, and they never. Well, if I took them to $11.99, they never sold. But this is always I always have sundry Lego left over, and I would be like overrun with it. I am overrun with Lego anyway because I'm not organised. But these can go large letter, so that's what I do. So it's gone for $7.99 because I've got a 20% coupon on. And then I've got this. I've just been looking on my spreadsheet to see when I bought this, and I can't actually find it on my spreadsheet. So this must like purely predate before I was even keeping records. So this is Back to the Future t-shirt, and I think that this is one of the best Back to the Future t-shirts that I've ever seen. But it's literally, I must have had it for 4 years and nobody's bought it. What is it? I think it is just Gildan. Yeah, Gildan. And it is 2XL, but maybe that's why I've got it, because it's one of my husband's cast-offs, and maybe that's why. Because sometimes he just doesn't like the length of these t-shirts. So I sold that. Somebody sent me an offer of £10 and I was like, oh, I've had that for years. So that's gone. And you see, that's it. And yesterday was no sales, which I didn't really mind because I was going to work and I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. Not because I had this cold coming, but I mean, obviously I have got this cold now. But I woke up in the middle of the night with asthma. So I had an asthma attack in the middle of the night. But that was caused by the fact that the idiot, well, I want to call, no, it's an insult to men to call them men because, yes, they're over 17 because they've been given cars by their parents on their 17th birthday, and the license to never work in a day in their life, and just sit on other people's streets taking drugs throughout the night. But they've taken it to another level. They've done this before, but they were firing fireworks into the trees to shoot roosting birds out of the trees. Now, before you say it, the police, we don't really have a police force in Manchester who actually do anything. So there's no point saying, like, call the police because they won't come. When there's a crime being committed, they don't come and they won't be interested in the abuse of wild birds. Yeah, so they were doing that where they like to fire fireworks into the trees and scare all the roosting birds because all the birds were kicking off. And there's not much I could do about it. And I just closed the window because I just thought, oh, I can't. And then I think I'd woken up because it was warm and then I cracked the window and then they were still doing it. But then I obviously fell asleep, and then because it was like low-level fireworks, sulphur and the rest of it, it had obviously got on my chest and I just had a bad asthma session. And I was just like coughing and spluttering in the middle of the night, and there's nothing I could do about it. I did take like medicine, but it didn't really help. And so then I felt like crap all yesterday, which is probably why I have now succumbed to this cold, but never mind. So my plans for today is to just go and take these. Let's see if I can make this t-shirt fit into larger letters. 2 large letters. That is preferable. Yes. I do like it when I can fold something and it fits large letter. It was also very dismayed this morning looking at it because I went into the men's t-shirts. And the men's t-shirts, I used to have enough men's t-shirts to fill one of those big boxes, and enough shirts to fill another one. And now they're amalgamated into the one box with like shirts on one bit and the t-shirts on another bit. And there's so much space in there. It's unreal how little stock I have of men's t-shirts. But there you go. So my plans for today. I dare not turn the camera because the microphone will move and then the audio will go funny. I think that's one of the things I need to learn to do, is not move the camera, because the connection is just really rubbish on this thing. But then the internal microphone, I think, for this new phone is probably far superior. I have a big pile of stuff there. There's 25 items which I still haven't listed. I haven't listed in 5 days, so I do need to do some listing. However, yesterday, because I was feeling garbage, I was doing my accounts, so that is something that could kind of be done. And I do have my big box of overflowing filing here. So I was having problems with Excel yesterday because you know how it is. They insist on updating things in such a way that it makes it worse to use. So yeah, I was really thrilled that Excel kept freezing. So I've cleared the cache, I think, on it. And I did a little bit of work on it yesterday. and it does seem to be working. So in light of the fact that I feel like garbage, I might just like sit and just, if I can't be bothered to do the listing, I might just do my accounts, because sometimes just getting in the zone is a good thing. And it's not like I can rush through all my stock and do photos, because it's still raining and it's still overcast and it's still disgusting. Maybe there is some truth in St Swithin's Day and it raining for 40 days and 40 nights. So it's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and we'll have an Indian summer in September when all the kids have gone back to school. Right, I'm going to go and just crack on with this. You may also hear that the washing machine is on, because I got up and I stripped the bed, because we like to change the sheets every week. I wanted the pillowcases freed up so that I can put these guys in the wash, and also so that I can put them in with some padding, because obviously the mattress protector can go in the washing machine, and then they'll go in the middle, so nobody will get their eyes scratched, and the rest of it they'll go in pillowcases. So the rest of these guys will get washed, but that'll probably be tomorrow morning now, because of drying times in this beautiful summer weather we're having. And obviously I need to take the bins out. The bins need taken down. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna just crack on. So I should be back here for 10:30 latest. Okay, hello. It's Thursday. Okay. Should I dare move my mic? No, let's not touch it. It must be working. You must be able to hear me. The connection is just so, it's like it's supposed to be in, but it's like hanging out because it's too heavy. The cable is just too heavy. Right, so as you can probably hear, assuming that the mic is working, I am now at the first class ticket to Nottingham stage of having a cold. I was okay yesterday. I mean, I got up at 8, got showered and the rest of it, and got on with work. And I was out to the post office early doors and back here, and then I sat and did my work. And I've got most of my paperwork is out here, and I'm going through it. And I've done some listing. Only a little bit. I mean, I did listing, and then I got onto my accounts and did really well. And then I was doing some in the evening, and it was in the evening when Microsoft Excel broke. Just sort of like freezes on me. It's annoying because Microsoft Excel was fine up until the update which I had. So my laptop has had a whole bunch of like updates and like new software that I've like paid for, because I got my laptop for my birthday. So generally at the end of July, I end up like renewing all my software programs, because that's what we want to do now. We want to pay for something every year, just because, for the hell of it. I just hate it. I've paused my updates on that because it's pissed me off so much. Everything that it's done this month has just caused me trouble on that computer, because it's just upgrading everything. I need my coffee. I really should have turned that off. That which is there. I've been sort of like going through, seeing where my annual leave is and where my shifts are. Annoyingly, now that I'm ill, I'm at work tomorrow and Saturday, not on Sunday. I'm going to have another session now it's needed. It's all sinus, this. It's all here and it's all just bunged up. Anyway, I do need to just give this a pause. Okay, right, sorry, I really had to have a nose-blowing session, and got my coffee. So, frustratingly, I've got to go out. I'm taking these, so I'm hoping that these kick in soon. So, bargain! I must have known that I was going to be ill. So, annoyingly, it's like yesterday I said that I'd be back at 10:30, and I was back at 10:30, and then at 10:30, somebody paid for this. So this is a cautionary tale. So, this is... I've had to wash this a few times because it did have some marks. So, obviously, it's just a Firebird top. It hasn't got the truffle oil on the back, but, you know, it's a decent Adidas top, basic. So, I've sold that. I had it on for 30. I've got a 20% coupon on. So, anybody who's good at maths can work out that you can get it... Well, I'm not good at maths. I am good at maths. I'm not good at maths. I think, you know, a lot of people talk about menopause and things like this. I think that the first things that start happening is stuff that you used to be really good at, you start not being too good at, and you're like, huh? And I say this because I was on the till the other day, and somebody gave me two £10 notes. It was a £12 transaction, and I looked down at what they'd given me, and I says, "Oh, that's not enough." And I was thinking, and then then the penny dropped. Of course, it wasn't two £5 notes; it was two £10 notes. But I just, that was a moment, and I was like, something's happening in here. Maybe it was just the onset of this cold. But anyway, yeah. So anybody who's got any sense in the head knows that they could just immediately use this coupon, and they could get it for £24. If it's on for £30 and it's a 20% coupon, you can get it for £24. Really basic stuff. So this person offered me £26, so I duly accepted. That was 2 weeks ago. And actually they didn't pay. They only had like one of those things on their feedback profile that somebody'd like put, this person doesn't pay. But don't leave feedback like that for anybody, because people have been losing their accounts for doing that kind of feedback. Anyway, I just waited the 4 days, and then it got cancelled. And then I realised that it got cancelled. Took me a day before I realised, looked at my emails, and then I relisted it. And then the same person who hadn't paid sent me another offer again of £26, and I just thought, oh, just leave me alone. So I just declined it, because I was just like, whatever. And then they sent me another offer of £28. And at that point, I'd hardly had any sales, so I just thought, right, accept. I'll just accept that, because I know that this person won't pay, but it'll kickstart the algorithm. And I just thought, doesn't matter, because it'll just time out again, and then next time I won't accept the offer. And we were on 3 days, because I just left it, because I just thought, this person's not going to pay again, this is what they do. And then yesterday, at 10:30, when I got back from the post office, they paid. So I was just like, oh, well, you know, I've kind of waited 2 weeks for this payment, so I don't need to like rush out and post it. But now it's my only thing that I've got to post today. But isn't that interesting? They paid, and I wasn't going to accept that offer. I only just thought, do you know what, I'll accept the offer just because of the algorithm, and to try and like kickstart it, because it's all, you know, it's good for business. And it was good for business, because I did get some decent sales through after I'd accepted that. And now they've paid for that. They're probably going to be trouble. They'll probably have not read the listing description, because I have said that, you know, this is substantially cheap amount for what the product is, but it's a little bit bobbled. You know, I've had to wash it twice, and you can tell that it's been like overwashed. So it's not like one of these ones where you could like get 40 to 50, because the condition is used. So I just hope that they've read that. But anyway, I'm really tempted to take the car. But I think the walk will do me good, because the walk will do me good. I'll probably end up taking the car to work tomorrow because I'm just feeling terrible. I mean, it is what it is. This will blow over very quickly, and I have got these pills, but my head is like spinning. I'm just so... It's all... I've just got a lot of pressure here and it really hurts. So I'm going to sit and do my accounts again today. I have sent out a lot of very tasty offers this morning, you know, and saying that I've got that 20% coupon on the offers that I've sent are substantially like beyond that. They're like 30% offers that I've sent out, hoping, I mean, I had 23 that I sent this morning, so maybe something will come of them, but I just need to go. I knew I was going to be feeling horrendous today because I went to bed feeling horrendous. I started feeling this bad about like 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday, when my nose won't stop running. So it's going to be a real pain in the arse at work, but it is what it is. I'm looking at my rota. I seem to be doing a lot of weekends. I know why, because I've I'm taking time off for Pride. So yeah, my feelings is that I need to get on with my accounts. It is like, I realised that it's at least a year's worth that I need to do, and I just need to sort of like, you know, my paperwork is all sorted. I just need to go through it all and make sure that I've got everything where it is, which is probably not like a cracking idea to do it when I'm like a bit bleary headed, but it also means that I can just sit there and not do much. I've got stuff to list, but I don't really want to like get into listing that. Okay, right, so that's me. I'm just gonna, yeah. I just can't believe how bad I feel. But, you know, a cold is a cold. And now I'm going to take it to the public, because Jason was the one that brought this cold to me. He's the one that had this because he was really bad on Monday. So it's taken me 2 days to properly catch it. So when I go to work for the next 2 days, I'm going to be giving it to the general public. So great days, you know, share and share alike. COVID restrictions, what are they? No. We must all share germs now. Yeah, not happy about this. Second class ticket to Nottingham. No, it was first class ticket to Nottingham, wasn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to the post office. No doubt when I get back, somebody will have chosen to buy something else, but never mind. Okay, right. So what are we on? Oh, it's 12:30. Oh dear. Right, I have done a walk and now I'm absolutely pouring with sweat. I did put my little jacket on. It's actually quite nice out there. So I've done a walk. Dropped my parcel off. I wanted to get lemons, but they only had one lemon, and frankly this lemon looks a bit non-lemonish. So I've got 2 limes as well, so I will have them. I will squeeze them and get rid of my cold, and then I'm going to get on with just doing accounts and just... I've been watching lots of Kit Boga because it's just funny, but it's very samey though, isn't it? Because it's the same type of people who are always swindling him, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just something that's long to have on in the background. I have had other videos and I've been like, I barely watch anything these days, and it keeps recommending YouTube. I don't know what's wrong with it. It keeps recommending me videos which I know that I've seen. Anyway, I've also done my meter reading, and I've also just nearly seen Santa being killed, which I know sounds really random. So And I'm glad I didn't take the car, because there's a good chance that I would have been the one that had run the person over. So as I was cutting through, I saw this guy on skates, and he had a Santa hat on. And I'm sure it was a Santa hat, because even if, you know, I mean, I know that I've got red hair, but if I tied my hair back, it wouldn't look like a Santa hat. And he was like skating along the cycle lane. Now the cycle lane has this sort of just raised curbing on there to just try and, you know, destroy cars basically and stop them parking in the cycle lane, which just means that it causes more havoc, and then if there is an accident, nobody can take evasive action, so it just causes more accidents, which is why there has been lots of pedestrians who have been squashed, because nobody can swerve to avoid them anymore. So this guy on his skates, they were inline skates, and he was skating along the ridge of this of the raised curb, which just sort of like goes like that and then finishes, and then there's another one, so there are like breaks in it. So he did like the first few, like okay, and then he went to do another one, and I was like watching him thinking, you look like a nutcase because you've got this Santa hat on. And then of course he did the next one and promptly like fell off like that into the path of the car, which could well have been me driving back. And the guy like blared his horn at the rest of it, and he properly fell in front of him, and the guy had to slam his brakes on, didn't run him over, and then he just sort of like jumped over and started skating on the pavement like it hadn't happened. And what a dickhead. And then a lorry came along, because I watched him going up the road, and then he hitched a ride on the back of a fucking proper like Arctic lorry. So he just doesn't give a shit. So there'll probably be news later in the day that Santa's been killed. But you know, Santa in August, that's what he does. He just causes havoc on the roads. Okay, so that's me. All right, I'm gonna like settle down now and really start sticking my head in my accounts, make sure that everything's up to date. I want to do it now because obviously I'm doing August 2022, which I know sounds really bad. I mean, I've nearly, that's what I was starting on, and I've pretty much done that one. I'm moving on to that. But when I'm updating records and it's 2022 and you're already in the following year, there's a real high chance that you could write 23 on it. So I'm usually more up to date than this, and I'm very cross with myself. And I need to just stick my head in it and get my lemons down me and my limes. Not that I particularly wanted limes, but never mind. Right. I did notice as well on my spreadsheet that I did put him on my spreadsheet, but he's obviously not going because he's ours. He's ours.
Houston, we have a problem.
What? No, mate, it's okay. He's going to get steam cleaned. Although he's not dirty, he's going to get steam cleaned. I need to do the mattress. So if the weather is going to book its ideas up like this, I will go to steam clean the mattress and do him.
Somebody stinks.
And you?
Who you calling Pickle Nose?
Right, it's so distracting. Right, I've got to crack on because I'd want to achieve something today. Right, okay, let's try again. I just literally pressed go, and then 2 pigeons turned up to pillage my bird feeder. Now, I mean, I know that I'm encouraging the pigeons because I've got a lot of food over here. I mean, the sack, I went to get some peanuts for the birds, and the only ones that we could get were like this massive thing. It's 12.5 kilograms of nuts, but it's for the parakeets because I absolutely love having parakeets. There's this saying that when somebody dies, like feathers represent that person who's died, and the parakeets started turning up shortly after my aunt died, And there's two of them, there's a pair of them, and I'm like, I've gone to the point where I'm thinking, oh yeah, let's just pretend that this is my nan and her aunt, who is her sister, you know. Let's just pretend that that's what it is. And let's face it, there's a lot of parakeets, so there's a lot of dead relatives. Anyway, it's nice to have parakeets on your balcony. It's not nice to have pigeons that just poo everywhere. Right, so it is Monday the 7th. I have got work this afternoon into the evening. I am feeling better than I was. So I'm getting over this cold, thankfully. I did work. I worked Friday and Saturday, and I was very ill on those days, and I was taking Sudafed, and I know that I made mistakes at work. So, but I mean, I was there. I have a cough now. So I woke up with the cough, and you know when you have a cough and then you cough, and then you make yourself sick. I've got that, so I've got to try and ignore that. I was just going to make myself like throw up. So I have things which I'm going to parcel up to the post, which I will drop off on the way. I'm tempted to take the car again because it's still there. I think that's one of the reasons why I've like managed to sort of like get on with it, because I've been lazy and I've been taking the car to work. But it did mean that I was able to go and get a Greg's Too Good To Go on Saturday after I finished, which was nice. Yeah, it was like £3.19, I think. And I got a sausage roll, a sort of like sausage bean bake thing. I shared this with my husband. It's not like I scrammed all of this. And then a donut and a cake, and then a sort of like a salad thing. So I got all that for £3. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to make a like habit of doing that. I like the Waitrose ones. I'm getting a Waitrose one this after work, because the Waitrose ones generally is fresh food that you can put in the fridge. You don't necessarily have to like scran it that day. Whereas with the Greg stuff, obviously it's literally a very small collection window, and there's all the stuff which has been on the hot plate all day. So it's not great based on that. Anyway, things I have which are going in the post. I have got these trousers. I was reluctant to pick them up, but I knew that they were like wide leg, and I knew that that was like popular. But it's one of those with an unfinished hem. I don't know why this raw edge thing is like what people are interested in, but there you go. So I've got it's and other stories. I got £20 for them, which is actually really quite good. And then I've sold these. These have been knocking around for ages. I think they are women's. I think I've listed them as women's, have I? The style name was very feminine, I think. Anyway, these are 7 for all mankind. And obviously red is just, it's a colour that's, not everybody wants bright red trousers. £15 for them. I put some of this stuff away. So I've just been I'm planning on having a massive tidy up. That's why that is there. So I've bought additional ones of them, because you can see that I've got them over there, and I'm going to overhaul my room. So I was just sort of like pulling out a load of these poly bags, which are just sort of like ended up smashed somewhere. So I was just trying to see which ones I needed to reorder on my, what do you call it? With my packaging voucher, which I'm still getting, even though the last order was abandoned by Hermes. This has been the problem with this thing here, is that it was delivered by Hermes to the road. So obviously that's been redelivered. And then the only reason I got it delivered was because I had a coupon on it, Beefy got it online. And then I immediately regretted it when, instead of Yodel, who they said were going to deliver it, it was Hermes. And I was just like, oh, there we go. Brilliant. Gone then. Right, this, so this is a brand which used to sell for a lot more. There are people who can get a decent price. I think they're all in America. So this is Marcane. So I paid £5 for this, and I've sold it for 30. I did have it up for 40, but you know, offers and the rest of it keep things moving. I have only sold a very small amount of stuff here. But that's good, £30. I was very hesitant about picking that up. This is two things that went on auction. This has gone for £5 because it's garbage. I'm sure I've already sold this once and it's come back. People Tree. Yeah, People Tree. What can you say about that? It's like, it's a denim cotton. Let's hope it doesn't come back again. Fed off the sight of that. And then this, which I think this has gone on auction. I think it's gone for, both of these have gone for the maiden bin of £10. This is a bespoke brand which is based in Altrincham. I think it's no, it's not cashmere, otherwise it would have sold. Yeah, it's just, oh no, it's got 10% cashmere in it. But it's got very basic labels. It's called Taylor and Quiff. I wouldn't pick it up again. It's very unlikely that I'm going to find it or anybody else is going to find it. So that's gone for £10. Obviously, it's not really, well, it is, what am I saying? It's not summer in England. It's absolutely minging. My manager's already talking about putting a bloody autumn display up in the window, and it's just like, no. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so this is the last sale that I've got. You know, it is short and sweet. I haven't been listing. As I said to you, because I was feeling like garbage last week, I didn't do listing because I just thought I'll probably be making silly mistakes, and I just sat and did my accounts. And I have got a lot of it done. And it is quite insightful in a way when you're looking at your previous figures. It shows a lot about where I was last year. So I was making like at least 5 to 10 sales a day this time last year. But yeah, I also knew that things were going down the pan and I was applying for jobs. So if that's what I was thinking last year, and I seem to be selling a decent amount, but selling it at probably a lower level this time last year, and yeah, my profits were not as high as they should be, because when I first started this, I was making profits of around 1,500 on a bad month to 2,000, and that's what was like paying my bills, and that, you know, that's why I was doing this full time. And then looking at that, I'm barely scraping 1,000 profit, which is why I was struggling, you know. And now my reselling is not really like, because I'm not able to put all the time into it, it's just topping things up. These 6 sales that I've got here have covered my fees for this month, which obviously are like 95 quids in fees, I think. Yeah, it's something like that, because they try and like imply that it's not that, but obviously it is once you put the VAT. Just wish they'd just tell you how much it is. Anyway, this has sold for £37.99. So this I've paid £5 for. So £37.99. It was up for a lot higher, but you know, keep things moving. It's been on for about 2 months. It's Ted Baker. No, what's that? Ted Baker. So it is new with tags, and it was like 130 initially, but it is just a basic top. So yeah, that's what I've sold, and there you go. And that's what I'm taking to the post office, and then I'm going to work, and it's going to be a pain in the arse this week because I'm working today, then I've got tomorrow off, and then I've got then I'm working Sunday, and then I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the reason this is a pain in the bottom is because I need to tidy up this room. The storeroom, I'm going to do another video for it because it's just an absolute wreck. It's just a bomb site. I'm just going to have to take everything out, put it in here, and then just and clean the room, and then put things back, and just try and like work out what the blinking hell's going on in there, because it's disgusting. And obviously I wanted to do this like some, you know, earlier than this, but I've been waiting for the delivery of this thing. But, you know, it's just stupid. So, yeah, I've got a number of them to sort out my Lego situation, because that's what I want to do, is that I want to stop with the clothes. I want to just have, you know, just be picking up things like this, you know, new with tags, Ted Baker, that when it sells good. You know, and then I don't really want to have like masses and masses of boxes of clothes when I know that Lego sells better. So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I just thought this was a birthday present from my friend as well. It's just that she gave me the money and then I ordered it because we thought that would be easier. I didn't know it was going to go missing in the post, and I was going to have to like mess around. Last time I bought one, I just went to Ultringer and just picked it up. I think possibly I'm going to get another one anyway, because, yeah, I don't know. See if they, yeah. I'm going to sort that out anyway. Anyway, right, so that's me done. I'm going to get this video on because obviously it's a bit of a long one. And I'm going to carry on with doing my accounts, carry on with doing this tidying job. I've got listing stuff, which is there. It's just that I moved things around because I started putting stuff in that Lego thing yesterday, because I've actually got Legos out there. It's just, I've got so much tidying to do. It's unbelievable. And obviously, as well as, I don't really want to be getting into like too much tidying with a chest like this. But the majority, I've got one day where I've got to do it. So I've got to be efficient and get it done. So yeah, that will be my next video. So I will see you soon with more of this. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like, do all those things. And thanks for being here. And goodbye. See you soon.